want. I want to dig into all of the juicy pieces behind why we are doing this today, but also how I was able to come to this connection with this stress set for adrenals, because like traditionally that's what this kriya is. But as I was doing it myself, as I was implementing it, not perfectly, I don't necessarily do my kriyas every day. I'm not at that point yet. um, I started to realize that it's this concept like the stress set is supposed to be flushing our adrenal system. It's really good for detoxifying. And as I was doing it, I was just thinking about like how much more capacity we have when we flush out the system. It's like when we purge the junk drawer and now we have more space for the things that actually need to go in the drawer. Or when we're like doing that spring clean, right? Where we're like, oh, I'm going to get rid of all of the things that no longer serve me, the things that accumulated over winter. And we're going to clean that up so that we have space for the things that we love or just space to be. So it felt really aligned for me to pivot this Kriya into something that I feel creates capacity. And it's this like energetic flushing of the system. But I did also do my homework to make sure that I could convey appropriately what's actually happening in our body, within our chakras, and all of the beautiful transformations that you guys get to experience. This is an invitation for anybody that's doing this to participate for 18 days. And I picked 18 because when I attempted to do the traditional sadhana practice, I made it to 18 days twice. And it wasn't that I got to day 18 and I was like, this is hard, I'm done, I'm out. I was making it to like day 13, 14, and I was like, man, this is hard. Like my back hurts from sitting up tall for so long, like all of these like heavy emotions that I was moving through. And by the time I hit day 18, it was my breaking point. So there are a lot of people that do Kriyas for 11 days. 11 days is great to break habits. It's that like first step for us to sort of release what doesn't serve us. But I felt like day 11 wasn't quite enough. But I don't want to go to 21 days because 21 days almost feels like too much to commit to. And maybe you'll fall in love with this process. Maybe you'll lean into it and you're like, oh, I love this. I'm going to implement it every day for the rest of my life. Or I'm going to implement it just on the days that are stressful. I moved my hand and now my camera's blurry. People are going to deal with that for a minute. I'm sure it will settle itself out. But you get to be a scientist. You get to craft your practice in a way that serves you the same way I am doing it, because I am experimenting with the different times of day. This particular Kriya is associated with our root chakra, which is very like earthy. It's very grounding. There are different times of day that it's ideal to practice this. But ultimately, for me, it's been exploring, is this most impactful first thing in the morning, before the day starts, before I get going, before I've been exposed to anything else? Is it most beneficial for me to have it here? Or is it in the middle of the afternoon when I've had that, like, oh, I'm going through the day and my energy's been high and I've been pulled in all these directions. And before I pick up the kids, I'm going to bring myself back down, that like midday checkpoint, right? I haven't explored it at night yet because I just haven't felt called to do that. But for some of you, this practice might be great to help you sleep because it is stimulating the adrenal glands. Our root chakra is our first chakra, and it's based around like our tailbone, our coccyx, and it's down in that very bottom area of our spine, right where Kundalini, our life force energy, is all coiled up, just ready to go, when we are ready for it to come out and all of these things. But basically, what we get to do is we get to decide, where do I need to feel more grounded? Where will this practice best serve me? How can I use it to help regulate my hormones, to regulate my stress, to just bring me back home in my body? And there's this really interesting concept I'm reading Wheels of Life by, I can't even pronounce her name, but it's this book. um, And she's talking about this concept that like a lot of people feel like the body and the spirit are two separate things, but really it is the same, right? It does us no good to view ourselves as this like separate entity. It's all one. It's this beautiful flowing system. So grounding ourselves in our body and our chakras, all of the things, just has so many benefits for us. So I wanted to kind of share a little bit of the research that I did last night first, so that my people that need to know why we are doing things, they can have that information. We're doing this at the beginning so that when we get into the practice, for those of you that have watched this training, you can just like fast forward to that point where we start the Kriya. But I want you guys to just take a second to close your eyes, and I want you to imagine building a foundation without cleaning the earth first. Imagine demolishing your home and just leaving it all there. Being like, we're just going to build over top of this. We're just going to pour a ton of concrete over top of it until we get it level. We wouldn't do that, right? We clear the space first so that we can have a solid foundation, right? So it's essential for us to heal our root chakra first. Sometimes people want to do, especially like entrepreneurs, we want to tap into that creativity. You guys can open your eyes, I'm sorry. We want to tap into that creativity, right? We're like, let's go into the heart chakra. Let's do the like creative work and all of these things. But if we haven't grounded ourselves first, if we aren't securely rooted in our chakra that is attached to survival, that is why a lot of us have this vision work and then we go, oh, but I'm scared of what people are going to think of me. I'm scared people are going to judge me. What if I can't pay my bills? This isn't going to work. We have to ground ourselves in our root chakra first, because when we aren't grounded, we lose our center, right? We fly off the handle. We get swept off of our feet. Sometimes we get stuck daydreaming in a fantasy world. And I don't mean taking time to vision. Like, I like taking 30 seconds in a day to sit back and be like, I'm on a beach in Mexico because I made it happen. But sometimes we're doing that to escape reality. We're sitting there at our computer desk and we're dozing off because we just want to escape, because our stress response is related to fight or flight. So when we are in this place where we aren't grounded, we lose our ability to contain, to have, or to hold things that are outside of us. We lack the capacity. So what this looks like sometimes in our day, in our life, is this like frantic, frazzled energy. It's little things like I dropped I dropped a little pie out of the freezer this morning and blueberries went everywhere, and I was like, okay. Normally this would be something that would leave me like frazzled, like, oh, I don't know where the dustpan is, and like, I don't have time to clean this up. But we come to this place when we're grounded where it's just something that happened. And we don't waste our energy on all of the like, oh, all of these pieces, right? Where we're like, I can't handle this. So when we are grounded, when we are like secure in our root chakra, we live simply in a state of grace. It's not perfection. It's not that you don't have emotions, but we handle them with grace, right? There's some flow to our day, to our emotions, and we can embrace stillness, because so many people are so scared to ground themselves because that means that you have to slow down. We don't feel safe slowing down. That is a sign that we need to work on this root chakra. So when we come to this place, now we're able to handle the stresses of everyday life, and it increases the vitality of our basic life force. So if you guys can imagine, back when we were cavemen, our survival instinct was get food, keep the fire going, keep the saber-toothed tigers out of the cave, right? We don't have that anymore. We don't have those like basic necessities being potentially ripped out from under us. We have very different stressors. We have stressors like making sure you locked the car because you maybe live in a sketchy neighborhood. We have, did you remember to pay the gas bill? That's on my list today. We have these other things that are associated with survival, but our brain still associates the intensity of that with the saber-toothed tiger. With if they steal this food, I might not eat, I might not live, right? So we get this like big, frantic, frazzled energy. So we want to just calm that down, and it helps regulate our hormones because it's our adrenal system that pumps out all of the hormones that help us go into fight or flight, which sometimes we need and sometimes we don't. So when I think about this grounding process, it's helping us come back into this place where we can actually determine intuitively, does this require fight or flight? Or is this maybe like not as big of a deal as my body is trying to tell me that it is, right? We get to tell the difference between the smoke detector going off because there's dirty stuff in the bottom of the oven and it's setting it off, or there is a fire in the house. Okay. So this was a really cool piece for me to kind of to connect these dots with, because when we have the adrenals being stimulated for survival mode and the fight or flight and all of these things, the things that we deal with, they're health, financial, relationship, right? We're not happy in our body. We're maybe injured, like those things. Financial, can I pay the bills this month? Is the business doing what I need it to do? Relationships, I had a fight with my spouse. When these patterns are repeating themselves, they're a sign for us to learn a lesson. They're a sign for us to do that grounding work, because otherwise we're going to continue to repeat these patterns. And when we feel like we're constantly battling the same battle, it's exhausting, it's draining. We go into survival mode. Fancy that, right? Because that's what this chakra's job is to do, is to help us survive. So when somebody tells me I'm just in survival mode, I'm just trying to get through the day, I'm trying to do what I can and all of these things, we need to do some grounding work. And it is kind of uncomfortable. And that's why I want to invite you guys for the next 18 days. It's not to say I expect you to do this for 18 days straight. Do it when it serves you and notice the differences. Maybe on the days that you do it, the kids don't quite get under your skin so easily. Maybe on the days that you do it, you find that even without activating your other chakras to tap into creativity, because you feel grounded, you feel safe to go do those things, right? Get curious, learn, explore, see what works, see what doesn't. Maybe if you have too many days off in between, it feels like starting over. So then we want to make sure that we don't have such a big gap in the middle. Be a scientist, which is such an exciting thing. Kim, stop making me cry. I don't even know when you put that in the chat thread. I'm sorry. But this is something that's really exciting to me. So I'm not going to explain a ton of the science or anything like that behind the moves that we're doing, because the moves that we do were put there by the person that crafted this original Kriya. But there's, as I was writing them out last night, there's some stuff that's going to be in our heart chakra, because we need to open ourselves up first. How many of us resist that grounding work? We need to take a minute to open ourselves up to some possibilities, right? So we're going to be starting off with some love, and a little bit more love in our solar plexus and stepping into our power so that we feel safe doing this work, so that we feel confident doing it. And then it's really interesting going through it. And as you guys are doing this, I want you guys to tune in to how you're feeling, but I do want to share that I saw this pattern between activating and then sort of pulling back to love yourself. And then we do an activation and then another activation, and then we pull back to love ourselves. And then we do like a couple activations before we come back to loving ourselves and just like being still, which I think is just such a beautiful rhythm, because it's not all or nothing. It's not up and then down, up and then down. It's a flow. So I'm really excited to do this with you guys. For those of you that are on Zoom, for those of you that message me saying that you want it, I did create an actual PDF so that you guys have all of the moves are described as clearly as I could do it, as well as some guidance as far as how we can end each move. I am 90% positive that I ended all of them the same with a deep breath in and hold, and then I want you to sigh it out, because this whole concept is to relieve stress, and we want to have that like audible, like, get it out of my body. But also just that, like, sometimes we're holding so much tension in our shoulders and our traps and our neck from all this stress, that to have that, like, release every minute, because we're going to do each move for about a minute. I do it for a minute and like 10 seconds because it feels like it takes me a minute to, like, it takes a second to get into each move. Um, One of the things that I am going to say is that in the beginning of this, if you've never done Kundalini before, some of it might feel weird. You're like, why do I have my hands out? Why do I have my hands up? Why am I doing this like weird breath from my belly button? Like all of these things. But trust the process. Let it be silly. Nobody is around you. Nobody is watching you. Nobody's there to judge. Let yourself be a kid for a minute and just move in weird ways. Let it be fun. Let it be exciting. Let it be yours. There is no right or wrong. Your ego is going to try to tell you you're not doing it right. You don't have your hands up high enough. You're not extending your hands out enough. Your wrists aren't bent enough. That's my mobility when it comes to straightening my wrists. There are people that can like bend to 90 degrees. There are some people that if you have carpal tunnel, when we do the reach out, you might just have to reach your hands out. Listen to your body, but challenge yourself, right? Like, you guys are empowered women. That's who I work with. Empowered women. Make those choices. Listen to your body. If it hurts, there's a difference between pain and discomfort. Okay. We got to push those uncomfortable edges, but I don't ever want you guys to hurt yourselves. So if you need to back off, if you need to modify, please do. If a move is completely out of the realm of possibility for you, I want to invite you to just sit with your hands in Gyan Mudra, is just touching your thumb and forefinger together with your other three extended. Just sit. We're still grounding ourselves. Imagine your sit bones like creating those roots just coming down into the ground. I find that this Kriya is pretty, there's nothing super complex in it. I think that it'll work out for almost everybody. If you need to do it in a chair instead of sitting on the ground, that is also okay. Make it work for you. Do not stress because it defeats the purpose about whether you are doing it right or wrong or any of those things. So yeah, with that, does anybody have any questions before we get started? I know that I've got some, like, you guys have done Kundalini before on Zoom, so you might not have questions. I don't see anybody asking questions on Instagram. So we're gonna get started. So when we do this Kriya, I have a Spotify playlist for you guys, but I want to be able to share this on Instagram and to YouTube. So I don't have copyright things. So we're going to do it in silence today. And I'm sorry, but it is what it is. But I will make sure that you guys get the Spotify playlist because it is just, it's really beautifully paired with this Kriya. So I'm really excited to get to do this with you guys. So we always tune in. So when we tune into our practice, this is our opportunity to separate what is going on around us and choose to just drop into this moment. It's also giving us an opportunity to start to like listen to our body. What is going on? Because what's going on today might not be what was going on yesterday, and it's probably not going to be what's going on tomorrow. So having this time to just like tune in and to connect to something outside of us. So it doesn't matter who you have that like spiritual connection with, whether it's God, the universe, divine, spirit, just your higher self, like whoever that is for you. That's okay, Tatiana. We miss you this morning, but I see you. But being able to just have this opportunity to tune in, to really like shut off the outer world and just say, I'm going to take this next 14 to 20 minutes, depending on what you end up doing on your own time. And I get to just be here and I get to be with my body and I get to be curious and all of these things. So when we start a Kriya, we tune in with Ong Namo Gurudev Namo, which means I bow to the wisdom within. And it can be the wisdom within you, the wisdom within, again, the creator, God, universe, whoever that is. Okay. So, invitation to join me in chanting that. If you do know what it is, I'll pop it in the chat thread here because I think Kim will be the only one that's on Zoom with us that's like, what are you guys doing? But if you are someone that doesn't necessarily feel aligned with that, because this is Sanskrit, it is like ancient, you can also just say, I bow to the wisdom within, I bow to the wisdom within, I bow to the wisdom within. Or for those of you that have the PDF, I actually put a custom sort of mantra for you to have there. And this ties into the moon circle that we did yesterday. And it's, I cleanse and rejuvenate my spirit, allowing the pure, life-giving energy to flow freely and effortlessly through me. If you do the long one, invitation, if you want to say it 3 times, that's beautiful, that's wonderful, it's you. It's a little bit longer. So if you just want to say it once and kind of imagine that like waterfall washing over you, it's just a really good visual to help you kind of set in. So I think that I have everything. Does everybody feel like we're set up? We're ready to rock and roll? Everybody's good? Okay. I forgot to light my candle yesterday. This is something that for me is I am naturally fire. A surprise. So when I do grounding practices, when I do anything that's like water work, I like having a little bit of my fire with me. Just it helps me to feel like I can actually settle in, drop in all of the things. So we are going to tune in. We're going to do a very short meditation before we do the Kriya, because I think it's just a really good visual for us to have as we're moving through this. Actually, we're gonna do it at the end. We're gonna do it at the end instead, after you guys have moved all of the things through your body, and we're gonna just take a couple minutes to lie in Shavasana at the end. So just laying flat on your back, have a little nap, listen to my voice, all of the things. But okay, so we're going to start with rubbing your hands together. Take a few deep breaths in. And we want to just release anything that's happened so far today. Maybe you've only dropped the kids off at school. Maybe you're halfway through your workday. Maybe you're watching this replay and you've gone through your full day. Take a deep breath in and hold. And you can pause your hands at heart center. Hold the intention that you want to set for yourself today to ground yourself, to release stress, to give yourself permission to just be in this moment and let it all go. Take another deep breath in, and we'll start our chant. Om Namo Gurudev. Om Namo Gurudev. Namo. Om Namo Gurudev. Take a deep breath in, hold it at the top, connect to that inner wisdom, Connect to the other Kundalini masters that have gone before us, to God, to the universe, whoever helps you feel grounded. And let it out. You can drop your hands. Okay. So the first move that we are going to do is Lotus Mudra. I'm going to try to not explain the beans out of every move, because otherwise when you watch this replay, you're going to be like, yeah, Trisha, I've listened to you explain this every day. It's very clearly laid out in the PDF, but we will kind of zip through it here a little bit. So first move is Lotus Mudra. So we are going to be staying sitting in easy pose, which is just cross-legged if that's comfortable for you. If you need a bolster underneath your hips or anything like that, invitation to do that. Sit in the chair, whatever feels comfortable for you. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to inhale our arms out, palms facing at the wall. Exhale, bring your hands into lotus pose. So lotus pose, we're touching our thumbs and pinky fingers together and the base of our palms. So we're just inhaling, exhaling, and we're doing this for 1 minute. And do it on your own pace, so whatever breath feels good for you. And keep your eyes closed. You can imagine yourself looking up at your brow point. That's your third eye. Puts pressure on the pineal gland, starts to activate some more of those hormones. This one is great for opening yourself up to love, kindness, compassion. And I want to invite you to open that up for yourself. Thank yourself for loving yourself to show up in this moment, to commit to this practice today. And on the next big inhale, we're going to pause in lotus pose and hold. Squeeze your navel into your spine. This is a root lock. This is helping us to engage, to connect to that grounding point. And sigh, let it out. The next one we're going to do is Pinky Heart Promise. This one we are going to have your hands in fists, except for you're locking your pinky fingers together and your thumbs will be up. We're holding them in front of your solar plexus, which is just the bottom of your chest bone. And when we're in this position, you are pulling your pinkies apart. You can imagine you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. And we're going to be doing breath of fire. So breath of fire, you guys can pause for just a second. Sorry, I need to explain breath of fire to everybody else. So breath of fire sounds like panting. It is not hyperventilating. If you start to get dizzy, pull back and just do long, slow, deep breathing. So breath of fire is breathing from our navel. It is a diaphragm breathing. So it sounds like this. It's When I first started doing it, I could do it for about 10 seconds before I'd stutter. Just take a deep breath and reset yourself. If you are on the first day of your menstrual cycle or you are pregnant, it is advised to just do slow, deep breathing to avoid contractions. If you are experienced with this, you're in tune, do what you want. But we are going to hold this for 1 minute with the breath of fire. And you guys are welcome to start. This position allows us to intentionally create tension in our body, gives us back a sense of control to say, I get to choose what is hard. I get to choose how hard I make this. Also starts to activate our back muscles where we can start to kind of feel that work in our kidneys. Keep going. You guys are almost there. You're doing a great job. Take a deep breath in, hold, pull those pinkies apart, squeeze your upper back. And sigh, let it all go. Shake out your shoulders if you need to. Breath of fire is really great for pumping our body with oxygen. It helps to activate our lymphatic system. So we're going to do one more breath of fire. This one is called cannon breath. So this one, I'm going to just invite you to sit with your hands in Gyan Mudra. Again, just touching your thumb and forefinger in your lap. And we're going to do cannon breath. So you're going to hold your mouth in an O shape. And when we do this, the main focus is to not let your cheeks flare with each breath. So we're still being intentional about what we're doing with our bodies. And we're going to do this for 1 minute. When we end on this one, take your deep breath in through your nose. And go. Take a deep breath in. Hold at the top. Squeeze your navel into your spine. Engage that root lock. And sigh, let it all go. The next move is a one-hand reach. So this one, depending on your shoulder mobility, we're wrapping our arm around our back. So we're just giving our kidneys a little backwards hug here. If your mobility doesn't quite allow for it, you can just do what you can with your arm, even if you just leave it by your side and sort of visualize that you are wrapping your arm around your kidneys, just giving them some warmth and some love. Our other hand is going to be outstretched in front of us. With this one, we have my zoom is a little bit low. We have our palm outstretched. Your hand is a little bit above your shoulder, so it's at about 60 degrees. And with this one, we're going to be looking at the back of our hand and we're going to be chanting HUD. So this is another diaphragm movement. It's actually har, but we pronounce it HUD. So you're flicking your tongue off of the roof of your mouth when you do this. And we are, where'd my watch go? There we go. I need my watch for my timer, but okay. And we are going to get started. HUD, 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 hut, 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 hut. This is one that I want to invite you that even if it feels a little bit silly, practice using your voice. Sometimes we hold back from doing things like this because we're not used to using our voice. So even if it sounds a little silly, even if you feel silly, do it anyways. Push on that uncomfortable edge. Use your voice. Hut, 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 hut. And take a deep breath in, hold. Picture all that warmth and love that you're pouring into your kidneys around your back. And sigh, let it all out. Shake out your arms, shake out your shoulders. Sometimes when we hold our hands out or up, we just need a little dance in the middle. So this next move is going to be something that I want to invite you to do what you can. This is one of the more challenging moves. So this body drop is actually supposed to be done in lotus pose, which is when very flexible people can get both of their feet up onto their knees. I cannot do it. I just sit cross-legged. If you cannot sit cross-legged and do this, sit with your feet out, whatever works for you. This might be one where you just do the Gyan Mudra and just sitting here grounding yourself. But you're going to just have your hands in fists beside you, and you're going to lift your body up and just drop down. So when we do this, we can imagine that it's like a ketchup bottle. You're just like jolting the things out. Everything we've kind of started moving these last couple of moves, we're just like flushing it out, okay? And this one, again, you can do it as fast or as slow as you want. You do not have to like thud your body onto the ground. Please be comfortable, be safe, don't hurt yourself. And we are good to go. Inhaling up, exhaling down, really releasing everything that we've been holding on to, everything that doesn't serve us. Almost visualize yourself as a glass of water. Every time you do this, the sediment just settles more and more to the bottom. The water is clearing at the top. Keep going, even if your arms are starting to burn. You're only going to get stronger. It's only a minute. You could do anything for a minute. Keep going. You're almost there. On your next inhale, you can just ground yourself. Bring your hands into Gyan Mudra. Hold. Squeeze your navel into your spine. Hold that root lock. And you can sigh, let it all go. Shake out those arms. They worked hard. Then we are going to do, if anybody, if at any point we've been sitting still for a minute, if you need to just like shake out your legs. If you need to stand up and kind of release some tension in your hips, that's okay. Sometimes my feet fall asleep. It is what it is. Our next pose is our solar plexus wrap. So you're going to hold your left hand. You're not touching your body, you're just holding it in front of your solar plexus. And then your right hand, you're going to bring it across so that your wrists are crossing over each other, thumbs pointed as far up as they go. Again, flexibility. We're going to be putting pressure between our wrists and holding this here. This is long, slow, deep breathing. So when we do long, slow, deep breathing, imagine expanding your whole rib cage, not just the front, not just sometimes when we breathe, we just do like a deep breath up. Imagine expanding around your back. We're flooding our body with oxygen and showing a lot of love to those kidneys in the back. So, and with this one, you're just looking down at your wrists and we can get started. It's another opportunity for us to choose to create tension. It gives us back that sense of power, that sense of control that we need. It's a very busy society, especially if you're a mom. So many people that need you, so many other people that are creating hard for you. In this moment, you get to create that hard. Feel the energy circulating between your hands. What a beautiful flowing circuit here. Keep pressing, even if you're shaking. Imagine your body's just shaking out the crud, all the last little bits that are stuck on the edge of the glass. And take a deep breath in. Keep holding your hands there. Hold that tension. You can sigh, let it all out. Relax. Then we're going to do front stretch. This one's a lot like rowing. So you're going to have, I'm going to turn so that you guys can see me. So you're going to have your legs out straight. Arms are out parallel in front of you. Your hands are in fists with your thumbs up. The important piece with this, it is not about how far forward you can go, because we can always collapse ourselves into an impressive looking movement. We are keeping our spine straight with this. So it's inhale forward, exhale back. This is very engaging with our core. So this is really helping to strengthen that root chakra. And when we're done this one, we'll be coming back into like relaxed on the beach pose. Okay, so when I say we're gonna stop, that's where we're gonna go. Okay, just so you know where we're ending up. I take you guys on a vacation. I need to reset my timer. Okay, and go. And again, our eyes are closed, focusing up on that brow point, our third eye. When we go back, you can kind of feel those back muscles engaging around your kidneys. Imagine that just being that extra little encouragement for them to squeeze out what they need to squeeze out. Keep your arms up. You're doing great. And take a deep breath in, lean back. And this time we're not holding. We're just going to take a minute here. We're going to do a couple deep inhales and exhales. And I want to give you permission for this to be the moment that you take that time to live in that fantasy world. Go to your vision, go to your happy place. Engage all your senses. Who are you with? You feel the sun on your skin. Are you watching your kids run around on the beach like I am? You in a cabin in the woods alone, just recharging your soul. Really breathe that in, that sense of peace, that sense of relief. At any moment, we can choose to give ourselves that break that we're waiting for everybody else to give us. On your next inhale, you can come back to your mat. So this time we're going to do some pelvic lifts, glute bridges. For those that did leg day today, I'm sorry. This is not as much about engaging your hamstrings or your glutes. It's a lot more about engaging your core, and kind of imagine that string that goes from your belly button to your tailbone. So we've got this line here that we are connecting, we're contracting it, we're squeezing it there, just pumping some more energy, strengthening our pelvic floor, which for a lot of us moms is a great thing. But it is also just an excellent place for us to activate a little bit more of that blood flow. Do you guys feel that? How I said at the beginning that we do like a little bit of opening and then some love and then some activation and then some love and then activation. So this is one of those activation moments. If you are able to hold your ankles, invitation to do so. I am not that flexible, so I will not be doing that. But you guys are welcome to lay back and get started. And again, if this is not in the realm of possibility for you, you are welcome to just sit in Gyan Mudra, an easy pose, and just hold that navel tight. Pull it into your spine. You can still engage your root chakra, still hold that root lock. You are inhaling up, exhaling down to release. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Again, we're feeling that squeeze on our kidneys. And you're going on your next inhale, squeeze, hold at the top, pull that belly button in tight. Remember how strong you are, how grounded you are right now. And exhale, let it all out. Roll your spine down slowly back to the ground. An invitation to take a second to just give yourself a little massage. I like to pull my knees up into my chest and just kind of rock side to side for a second. Just show some love to our back. This feels good to release after doing all of that work. You can slowly bring yourself back up to the top. And then this is where the big work is going to come in. So if anybody needs a water break, you could take it now. We're almost done, but this next one we're doing for 2 minutes on each side. So we're here for a little bit. So this next position we're going to be doing is a modified cat-cow. So I'm going to turn sideways so you guys can see me here again. So we're just coming into cat-cow. And we're going to inhale, extend your leg backwards and tip your chin up. Exhale, round your back, bring that knee into your chest. And we're going to be doing this for 2 minutes. When we do this, we want to kind of feel that squeeze around the kidney on the side that we're doing it on. This one is work. It is good work. It feels good. It's empowering. It's very strong. But we're here for a little bit. So in the moments where your subconscious, where your ego tries to tell you that this is hard, you need to stop, I want to challenge you to push through for another 10 seconds. Sometimes that's all we need. Sometimes you're thinking about quitting right before you get there. So if you can, push for another 10 seconds. And if you need to, just take a minute and just come into regular cat-cow. If it is just too much to be extending your leg back, if you have a back injury or anything with your hips, you could definitely just come into cat-cow. But we're going to do 2 minutes each side. And I promise that this is the hardest thing that we're doing today. And you can get started. And again, your eyes are closed, trying to keep your gaze on your brow point. And you set your pace. If you want to go slow, go slow. Maybe today's a very energetic day for you and you want to pump this out. Give her permission to do whatever feels good for you. You guys are doing great. Keep going. Remember to keep that navel locked in nice and tight so you're still supporting your lower back. Getting a little bit of an arch because we're bringing our chin up, but we still want to keep that core engaged just to prevent injury. And take a deep breath in, pause at the bottom. Shake it out for a second before we do the other side if you need it. And then we'll get started on the other side. One side might feel tighter than the other. You might have been really energized on the first side, and on this side, sweat might be dripping down your arms and you might have slowed down, and that's okay. Invitation, if you notice that, to start on the side that was harder next time. See if it makes a difference if that's the first side you're putting that energy into. Most of us have one side that is stronger than the other in our entire body. For menstruating women, you might notice that certain days of your cycle make this practice a little bit harder. Some days it might feel a little bit easier. Just get curious. Don't guilt or shame yourself because you could do it last week. Give yourself permission for every day to be different, for every practice to be different, and trust that you're getting what you need out of it as long as you're showing up. Sometimes showing up is half the battle. On the next inhale, we're going to come into a full cat and just hold, dropping that belly button down to the ground. Really stretch that spine out. And exhale into cow, push into the ground. Really arch your back. And you can relax. Then I like to take a little break here. This is the one spot that I modified things and I put in what I wanted to put in. Because we're doing lots of back work, lots of arching. It feels good to just come into baby pose. So it's kind of like child's pose, except your arms are going to be down by your side. Invitation, if that's too hard for you, if it's hard on your neck or anything like that, do child's pose. You could do child's pose like on a chair or on a bed like this. Just something that kind of helps you to release your back. And we're just going to hold this for a minute. I really like envisioning roots coming out of my third eye, out of that brow point into the ground, just really helping to ground myself in this moment, in this practice. When you come up, you can stay on your knees. We're going to do a kidney stretch. So I'm going to turn sideways for you guys again here. So when we're in this position, your elbows are going to be on the ground close to your knees. I don't have my Zoom camera set up very good. So we're going to have our elbows close to our knees. Hands are together, thumbs are up. This is kind of like we're just leaning forward and then dropping back. So you guys will feel this. You can see that my back kind of like drops into that round. This is another moment where we're kind of ketchup bottling on our kidneys, but we're also stretching out our back a little bit. So we're going to inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. You can get started. And again, your eyes are closed. And setting your own pace. If you want this to be a vigorous practice, give her. If you want it to be slow and gentle, move slow. And take a deep breath in, lean forward over those hands. Hold it there. And exhale, release it back. I think we only have one more, you guys. Yes. So we're going to do some back rolls. We're going to give our spine some love, a little massage. So just do what you can. If all you can do is rolling side to side, that's okay. If you can only do like little half rolls, again, that's okay. If you can go down and all the way up, that's wonderful. And we are going to be here for 1 minute. Just line your breath up with it. If it feels better for you to inhale up, inhale up. If it feels better to inhale down, do what feels good. If you keep your chin tucked, you're able to get a little bit further up your spine, a little closer to your neck, which for a lot of us, we carry so much stress in our neck and our upper shoulders. It just feels really good to put some pressure there. If you end up where you don't want to be, just readjust yourself. You're like me and you have a candle set up, make sure that you're aware of that before you get started. I should have gave that disclaimer. And then take a deep breath in and just lay down. Spread yourself out on the floor. Get nice and cozy. Get comfortable. I want you to take a second to just tune in. How do you feel? Where do you maybe feel like you released some tension? The first time I did this one, my scalp felt tingly. It was the weirdest sensation, but I guess I was holding some tension up there. But just check in with where are you maybe feeling a little more loose, a little more energized. Maybe you're feeling like, oh yeah, I cleaned out the closet. Like, oh, my neck feels good. I want you guys to just take that second to tune in, get used to listening to your body. So I'm going to borrow this meditation from the Wheels of Life because I think that it is just such a beautiful, perfect visual. Um, and it's just a wonderful journey to go on after moving our bodies like this, after doing this breath work, just to come in and have one more moment where we give ourselves permission to just be here, to be with our body, to be with our soul, our spirit, our mind, all of the things. You're about to go on a journey. It is a journey through the layers of your own self. It is a journey through your life, through the worlds within and around you. It begins here in your own body. It begins now wherever you are. It is your own personal quest. Make yourself comfortable, for the journey is not short. It could take months, years, or lifetimes, but you have already chosen to go. You began long, long ago. You have been provided a vehicle in which to take this journey. It is your body. It is equipped with everything you might need. One of your challenges on this journey is to keep your vehicle nourished, happy, and in good repair. It is the only one you will be given. So we begin our journey by exploring our vehicle. Take a moment to feel your body. Feel it breathing in and out. Feel your heart beating inside, the moisture in your mouth, the food in your belly, the sensation of cloth on your skin. Explore the space your body occupies, height, width, weight. Find the front and back, top, bottom, and sides. Begin a dialogue with your body so that you may learn its language. Ask your body how it feels. See if it is tired or tense. Listen to the answer. How does it feel about going on this journey? You have been given a vehicle for this journey, but it is not something you have. It's something you are. You are your body. You are a body living a life in this physical world. Getting up in the morning, eating, going to work, touching, sleeping, bathing. Feel your body going through its daily routines. See the number of interactions it has with the outside world in a day. Notice the interchange of hands touching doors, steering wheels, other hands, papers, dishes, children, food, your lover. Think about how your body has grown and learned and changed over the years. What has it become to you? Do you ever thank it for taking care of you? What is the world like that your body interacts with? Feel the textures, smells, colors, and sounds around you. Be your body filling them. All the sensations your mind might miss, but your body experiences. Feel the hardness of the earth in wood, cement, and metal. Feel its straight lines, its solidity, its permanence. Feel the soft firmness of the earth in its natural state, with its trees and grasses, lakes, streams, and mountains. Feel its curving gentleness, its protection and abundance. Feel the richness of this planet with its infinity of forms. Feel its immensity, its solidity, and how it supports you as you sit in your place on it, reading this book or listening to my voice. This planet is a vehicle too. It takes us through time and through space. Feel the earth as a central unified entity, a living body just like you, with an infinity of cells working together as a whole. You are a cell in this great body, part of Mother Earth, one of her children. We begin our journey here on this great body of Earth. Our long climb upward begins by going down. We go down into this body as we go down into our own bodies, into our flesh, into our guts, into our legs and feet, digging our roots deep into the earth, which supports and nourishes us. We move deep into her rocks and soil, deep into her guts of red-hot lava, seething deep below into her source of life and movement and power. When we sink deeply, we come to the base of our spine and find a red glowing ball of energy, glowing like the core of the earth. Feel this molten energy running down your legs, through your knees, into your feet. Feel it running through your feet, into the floor beneath you, through the floor and down into the earth, burrowing between rocks and roots, finding nourishment, support, and stability. Feel this cord of energy as an anchor, settling you, calming you, grounding you. You are here. You are connected. You are solid, but you are molten inside. Deep within your roots, you find your past, your memories, your primal self. Your connection here is simple, direct. You remember your heritage. Your ancient self is a child of the earth. She is your teacher. What is this matter that comes from the earth? Think of the chair you are sitting in, the tree it once was, the cotton in the field, the cloth on the loom, the workers that transported it, sold it, sat on it before. Think of the things you have, the complexity in each one of them, their abundance. Think of the financial abundance you may have. However large or small it may be, think of it as a gift from the earth. How does it come to you? What does your body do to get it? What do you use it for? Think of this money as a stream of life running into you and out of you, through your hands, your feet, your heart, and your mind. As it flows through you, feel yourself in constant exchange with the earth. Let the feeling of abundance come up from the earth into your feet, your legs, your pelvis, stomach, heart, and hands. Feel its expression in your throat, its recognition in your vision, its imprint in your mind. Take a deep breath and let it go down again through your body, through your head, neck, shoulders, arms, chest, belly, legs, and feet, and down into the earth, down below the surface of the earth, finding stability, finding nourishment, finding peace. Your body is the journey, and it is where you begin. It is your connection to the physical world, your foundation, the home of your dance. You are the place from which all action and understanding will arise, and to which it will return. You are the testing ground of truth. You are the ground on which all things rest. You are the earth from which all things grow. You are here. You are solid. You are alive. You are the point from which all things begin. And when you are ready, you can start to wiggle your hands, wiggle those toes, give your legs a little shake. And you can start to blink your eyes open and come on up to sitting. How was that? Again, thank you everybody for joining me live, for being here in this space. It feels very magical to be the one facilitating a space like this and not just the one participating. I feel like it really pulls on a very different part of my soul, and moves me in very different ways. So thank you to everybody that joined in. Again, invitation, if this felt good for you, if you felt pulled to this, if anything moved you emotionally, I want to invite you to do this for 18 days with me, with anybody else that's doing it. I will be emailing out access. I'll have this. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, oh, thank you, Heather. I forgot to tune out yesterday too. We'll tune out in a second. This is why I keep you around. Just kidding. Many other reasons, but you know what I mean. Um, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip the video so that there is a chunk of it that is just the Kriya and meditation, so that you guys don't have to fast forward every time when you do it. But there will also be the full video in there for those that haven't done it. So I will get all of that uploaded into a library today. It will be beautiful. It'll be wonderful. If this was impactful for you guys, please, please, please share it on social media. I did record it live, so that's like the easiest way to just go say, I did this thing today. This is how it changed my life. This is how it impacted me. People want to hear why they need to do it, so please let them know why. If you have a friend that you know is struggling with stress, maybe they're diving into hormones, cortisol levels, all those things, forward them this, pass this gift along. It's one thing for me to come make the impact with you guys, but then you get to go home and to work and all these places and help spread that ripple effect, spread that impact. And then just at the end of 18 days, I just ask that you share your journey with me, share what you noticed, what you grew through. I get to write an essay on this Kriya for my certification. So I want to have all of the data that I possibly can, pull out commonalities and different experiences. I know Trisha with an I here was tonight and today, and she was doing this at work. So it'll be cool to see the differences that she sees at work or at home. Environment matters, all of the things. But just from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for being here. We're going to tune out before I forget, even though Heather reminded me. So we are going to rub our hands together and we're going to chant Sat Nam 3 times. Sat Nam is truth is my name. Truth is my identity. I just think it's beautiful. It's a wonderful way to close anything out. We are going to take a deep breath in and bring your hands to stillness. Hold that breath at the top. Sigh, let it all out. And on the next inhale, we're going to chant Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat now. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm sending you so much love. I hope that today was so impactful for you. And I will chat with you later. Bye, everybody.